getting 2 minutes in the spotlight. And whoops, let's see, we gotta. Each speaker is getting 2 minutes in the spotlight. So we've given them very specific instructions that they really concisely say who they are, what they're doing in the world, who they're serving, one hot visibility tip, and ask if there's something that you're finding you're needing in your business. And the one thing we don't allow here in the chat or anywhere is direct selling. So please don't ask people for money, or no direct selling, no fundraising. That kind of stuff is off limits here. But it's all about just shining your light, bringing real value, connecting in the chat. We don't have time for crosstalk. And everyone is also gifting a free link, and that will also go into the chat if you want to stay connected to any of these speakers. Okay, so we have, it looks like, wow, great group gathering here. We've got people from Hawaii, is that Hawaii, Idaho, Toronto, Northern Ontario, Canada, Sydney, Australia, Toronto, fantastic, Michigan, New York, more Canadians. Beautiful. It's so great to see you all. Okay, so with that, let's start this global fast event to have new connections. The response has been fantastic from people who've participated, and the first event was, making wonderful new friends and connections, getting a lot of, clicks on their links, people like signing up for their free gifts. So just a lot of really beautiful connections happening. Okay, so with that being said, also stick around at the end. We're going to have a tiny bit of trivia and prizes. And, really just, if you can just give your attention to the speakers today, this is really about them. We do have an after party in the Shine Strategy Insiders Facebook group. So if the ladies could pop that link in there, if you're not already in that private community, there's a lot of fun things happening in there now with the challenge. And we have a post and a sticker in there where you can continue to connect with people from today's party. So Rebecca, maybe even bump that sticker to the top of the feed. And so join the after party after this in the Shine Strategy Insiders Facebook group. And with that, we're all about visibility, sharing information, connections, and community. And I truly believe this is like the new paradigm in business, is so much more of the spirit of collaboration versus competition. And let's dive in. Okay, we have first up today, the lovely Ajarae Coleman. Welcome, Ajarae.
Thank you. And
Ajarae, I go back and forth all the time. I get it right sometimes.
It's all good. Thank you for having us. So exciting to be here. I'm an actor. I'm the founder of Acting Resource Guru. So I work with actors who are really ambitious and really ready to step into the next level in their careers. So as you can imagine, we talk a lot about visibility. And, because you can be the best actor in the world, but if nobody knows you, it doesn't do you much good, right? So my tip around visibility today has to do with energy management in our quest to be more visible. Humans are cyclical beings, right? And especially if we're talking about humans who have menstruating bodies, our desire to want to be visible sometimes ebbs and flows. And so there are times when you'll want to be more outward, and there are times when you'll naturally want to be more inward. And I learned this from my work with an author named Kate Northrup. She wrote a book called Do Less. I think it's called Energy Management for Ambitious Women. But it really applies to all people. Rather than pushing and pushing and pushing at all times to be visible, I think it's important to honor yourself and your cyclical nature. So I've noticed that I feel more outward during times when I'm ovulating or in certain stages of my cycle. And so I batched video content and film my reels for Instagram and, do all those outward things to be more visible. Then when I'm on my period, though, I feel more inward. So I'll do things, I'll give myself permission not to go live, and I'll do tasks where I can tap into my intuition and really get all the benefits of that phase that I'm in. And so my action item for all of you today is to just start tracking and to pay attention to how you feel at various times in your life. And for those of us who are not menstruating, you might notice that you feel a different way during one phase of the moon, right? Like the new moon tends to be more inward and the full moon is a more outward and visible time. So the guide that I'm sharing with you all is called The Embodied Actor, and it really details more ways for us to honor ourselves in the pursuits of our mission. So I hope that helps.
Beautiful. Thank you, Ajarae. So great to hear that concept. And I love that. It's really that cyclical ebb and flow that, you know, it's the visibility piece. It does ebb and flow, right? And using that intuition with your body. I love this concept. That's a fantastic tip and insight for everyone today. Thank you for your wisdom and sharing that. And also keep an eye on the chat, everyone who's here. We're putting the links to everyone's free gifts and links. Sometimes it's a call to action or a free gift, but that's how you can stay in touch with these speakers and get some more information and value from them. So thank you. Okay, we'll unspotlight you, Ajarae. I'm saying it right. Okay, so next up, we have the lovely Alina Z. Welcome, Alina.
Hi, everyone. First, I want to say, Ajarae, that was such a great tip because I'm in the food industry. And so I talk about food and how we get affected by our moods. So thank you for the visibility. So I'm Chef Alina Z, but before that, I used to be in PR and marketing for 23 years. I've been doing this now. And for about 11 years, I've been a chef and a health coach working with successful women who are lonely, even though they have a lot on their plates and they're stressed and they don't want to think about food and diet, but food is the only source of happiness. And that's what it was like for me, especially like here. I know everybody's working and creating visibility and it's so freaking stressful. It's so stressful. So we eat, and I come from there. So I know, I get it, how it feels. And what my visibility tip is, you know, when it's all about like, oh my God, how am I going to look? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? It creates a lot of stress and pressure. And what helped me in PR is to not think about me, but think about who am I helping and how can I help? I think my biggest breakthrough in business and in PR was at Sundance Film Festival back in like 2005. And I remember going up to a publisher and I was promoting a client. I was working with celebrities. I had a break and I said, how can I help? And she was like, oh my God, that's amazing. And she actually invited me to a house of a celebrity for my clients to do their hair, just because I said, how can I help? Like, it wasn't about me trying anything, but it was about helping. So I find that is a stress relieving tip too, because it takes off the pressure and it helps you get visible. So it's like, if you want to get collaborations with other content creators, you think, how can I help them? Or if you're pitching to magazines, newspapers, if you're pitching to TV, I pitch to TV always like, how can I help? What kind of stories are you looking for? How can I create content for you? So that's been my journey of that. And as far as my ask, I'm just here to help. Honestly, I realized that I've created this job of being a private chef and holistic health coach because I genuinely want to help women who feel like what I used to feel. I wasn't always as cute. You know, I was in my 20s. I looked worse than I look in my 40s and I felt worse. So, but the links are there for to reach in for free recipes and support.
Beautiful. Thank you, Alina. And yes, I can, testify that her food and recipes are delicious. Alina was a client of mine in the past, and check out her recipes on her YouTube show. Delicious, delicious. Especially the chocolate avocado mousse was one of my favorites. So thank you for that, Alina. I love that. Leading with the asking of how can you help, the generosity, the kindness. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. And we'll just make sure everyone checks out your YouTube show here. All right. Thank you. We've got, let's see, next up we have Lily Shaw. Welcome, Lily.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. Hey, Heather. This is wonderful. Thank you so much for inviting me. I feel incredibly honored to be part of such a great group. So to start from the beginning, my name is Lily Shaw, and I am also an actress. it's the way I see the world. I've never really known anything else. Acting is how I use my voice, and I try to make difference in the world and create a world that makes sense to me, that feels aligned, that feels empowered, and that feels positive. I'm also a writer, and I just recently started my blog on Medium. I've been published on Backstage and on Thrive Global, and this has all been because of my work with Heather over the last couple of years. And I'm now a writer, a speaker. And this year I started completely just because, again, I wanted to use my voice in a positive way. I started on Instagram a show called Live with Lily, and my intention is to bring powerful, strong women just like yourselves. And by the way, I'm so excited to say that Brad is going to be my next guest. Thank you so much for agreeing to be on there. And I want to say, if you all feel called and connected, please reach out to me on my DM on Instagram. It's I am Lily Shaw. And if you feel, I would really love to bring everybody on here to get to, know them and to get their story and see how exactly what you guys are doing to make a difference in the world. So that is what I'm looking for. My big tip is more about mindset. And when I started with PR, I was a complete novice. I had no idea what PR meant. But through my work, what I have learned is that it's about connecting to your own message. So the more you put yourself out there, the more you start to learn what resonates with you and what doesn't. And it gives you the power to own your own story, to own your own message. And it changes you in a way that, the 2 years ago, the person that I was and who I am, it's night and day. And it's all because of the mindset. It's all about owning your story, owning your message, and not being scared to share the shadow side of who you are. So that would be my tip.
Beautiful. And I can absolutely testify as well. Lily has been someone who has been shining in one of my programs, the Shine Online Mastermind, and seeing how much you have shifted just in this past year alone has been amazing. So yes. Beautiful tip. And I'm so excited about your new show, and everyone can check you out by going to the link here in the chat. I know you've got your Instagram in there. So go ahead and follow Lily on her Instagram and check out her new show, and maybe she'll even interview you.
Yes, I would love to bring everybody on here.
Beautiful. Thank you, Lily. Okay, we have next up the lovely Jennifer Norton. Welcome, Jennifer. Oh, I think we've got you on mute.
Okay, I think I was unmuting myself while you were unmuting me, and I ended up muting me. So can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, hello, everyone. I'm Jennifer Norton, and I'm an intuitive healer for 21 years. I've been helping people transform their negative beliefs and blocks, anything that's sort of inhibiting them from shining and really being able to put themselves out in the world, or just feel good, whether it's related to their health or emotions or spiritual life. Pretty much there are no limits to what I can do with people and explore. I happen to be an intuitive business coach for Heather's mastermind group, which I love doing. I love getting to be able to work with the women here and helping them transform whatever blocks they're having with their own mindset. And so what I have found, I'm a little bit biased, I guess, probably because I have been part of the group, and working with Heather has been amazing, and getting to know the people and the women in here have been incredible as well. I have found, as far as visibility goes, partnering sometimes with other people is really helpful, doing live interviews and events. And I've really learned how to challenge myself better with just doing more live events in general, or live videos, and showing my face in the world. It's super hard. I'm a deeply ingrained introvert, and so it makes it a little challenging for me to really put myself out in the world. But it's been very positive so far, and I can't say enough about, just what Heather's offering, and what I offer people as well is a free consultation to work with me. I always like to get to know someone a little bit before we jump in, and also it helps them understand the way I work. So you can find that at jennifernortonhealing.com. Thanks so much.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jennifer. And yes, I can absolutely say Jennifer is someone I have known for many, many years, and she's incredible at what she does, which is why I invited her into the inner circle of our Shine Online Mastermind to help with mindset and alignment on a really regular basis, because when you're doing this work, so much comes up along the way. So wonderful, Jennifer. So great to see you. Thank you for being here. Beautiful. Okay, we're doing well. Let's keep going. We've got Michelle. Welcome, Michelle.
Hello, Heather. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here with you all. My name is Michelle Fragius, and I'm an intuitive business and speaking coach and mentor. I support soul-led entrepreneurs to have more clarity, confidence, and momentum in building a business that blends with all the ebbs and flows of life, to truly bring all parts of themselves in their business and on the stage. And I've started and grown a multitude of businesses across many different industries, plus I've had over 10 years experience in corporate leadership. So that's a little bit about me, and my hot visibility tip would be to lead yourself first when it comes through visibility. And what do I mean by that? It's be visible for yourself first. Because when you show up and you're visible for your own vision, your own mission, and truly embody all that you're being, your visibility becomes visible. And as you embody and walk your vision, then speak about it. Speak. Really share it with others. Enroll other people in your vision and your mission. Because when you do that, you open the gateway for others to show up and be visible for themselves. And my ask for the group is, what's your biggest challenge right now when it comes to speaking and sharing your vision? That's me.
Wonderful, Michelle. Thank you. Yes, I love that point. And absolutely check out Michelle's gift. She's got a wonderful, what is this? A 2-page business blueprint in here. So check out Michelle's gift. And I'm so happy you were able to come out and join us today from, where are you down under? You are
Sydney,
that's right. Yes. We've got people from all over. This is so beautiful to see such a global group come together. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay, we have next up, Maggie. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you, Heather, hostess extraordinaire. And hi, everyone. This party is hopping. Woohoo! My name is Maggie McCallister, and I am an award-winning actress with 20 plus years experience entertaining audiences on stage and screen, ranging from musicals to Shakespeare, commercials to independent film, etc. I am a proud member of SAG-AFTRA and Actors Equity, and my deep love for the craft of acting and the power of storytelling to grow compassion in the world compelled me to also step into producing. To that end, my husband, writer, director, Hamish McCollester, and I founded an independent content production company here in Los Angeles called Harbinger Moon Media. And through writing, acting, and producing, we strive to honor the craft of excellent storytelling in the projects we create, which range from narrative content to commercial and social content. And I invite you to view examples on our website, harbingermoonmedia.com. Be entertained, be given food for thought, and drop me a line there if you would like to perhaps receive my monthly newsletter called Maggie Z for the latest on my acting career, as well as Harbinger Moon. My visibility tip is to share your branding anew. So though our company was founded in 2009, believe it or not, we finalized our logo and website just in January 2022. So our name alone had been enough for our tax purposes and in the film credits. But then last month I shared our branding via the magazine and on Instagram and Facebook and got so much positive response. Though people knew we were creating content for years, they didn't quite connect that we had a bona fide company. So because we hadn't made it that official. So now it's like we're brand new all over again. So whether your branding materials are set or not, never underestimate the value of announcing or refreshing them because it creates news to share. So my visibility ask is just like I said, if you feel compelled, I'd love your help in raising awareness of our company, Harbinger Media, and our content by visiting the website, viewing the work, and sharing it if you like. And we have exciting things coming, and we'd love to share them with you. Thanks.
Beautiful. Thank you, Maggie. And yeah, another disclaimer, someone else who has gone through my Shine Online Mastermind. So of course, one of the things we do work on there is making you official. So happy to hear that that is one of the hot tips that you find that's working for you. And again, this is, for everyone to know, like what's working now for people, right? Things change so quickly, especially in the online universe. So really hearing from 20 incredible experts and professionals, like what's working now is invaluable. So thank you, Maggie. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We have next up the lovely Jody. And I think we've got you on mute. There we go. Welcome, Jody.
Yes, hi, thank you. Hello, everyone. I am a home renovation planning and contractor fraud expert, and I launched my website, contractorsfromhell.com, as a result of a horrible remodeling disaster I experienced some 20 years ago, where I found myself in the fight of my life to seek justice. And it was a 3-year-long battle that culminated in a dragged down, nasty lawsuit that I don't recommend to anybody. But I ultimately won my cases, both civilly and with the Contractors State License Board. I then went on to work with the enforcement chief for the board as a consumer advocate for 17 years, where we explored ways to better educate and protect homeowners. And I also had the opportunity to testify before the state Senate in support of legislation that would benefit consumers involved in construction-related disputes. Now, I do get the walking wounded to my website, and that motivated me to create my home remodeling bootcamp for women, which is an online course where I teach homeowners how to avoid remodeling disasters, dishonest contractors, and to confidently navigate the contracting process so that they experience a stress-free remodel without the fear of getting ripped off and losing money to bad decisions. So my tip is to stay in touch with journalists that have featured you in the past. I did this over the holidays, and I got some media mentions that I did not expect. And one is in the coveted Architectural Digest that's coming out in the spring. So I'm like so grateful for that, because that would have never happened 5 years ago to me. And of course, my gift to those of you who are planning on remodeling is the 7 mistakes homeowners make that lead to remodeling disasters. And my ask would be, I'm always looking to get on podcasts that feature that around related to finance, money, real estate, home improvement, and women's empowerment. So that would be mine. But thank you, everyone. And thank you, Heather, for that. I appreciate that.
Yay. And yet another beautiful soul for my community and programs. Jody has rocked it out in there. Also, I mean, she's very humble. She's been in People magazine. She's been featured in some very big national press and has done a fantastic job of pitching herself. Obviously, that's congratulations on the latest win. And it's just wonderful to have you here today. So check out Jody's link there in the chat. Thank you, Jody.
Thank you, Heather.
Beautiful. Okay. Next up, we have Therese. Hi, Therese. Welcome.
Good morning. I'm Therese Tarlinton. I'm from Sydney as well, and I have been in marketing for a really long time, and my specialty is marketing partnerships. I have recently written a book, and it's called Swap: Marketing Without Money. And I did this because I've been mentoring women in business for about 15 years. And I know I want small business owners to learn how to do brand to brand collaborations, to grow their audience, to increase their industry credibility, and also their profitability by using their brand and their assets in their business instead of handing over cash. So I guess what I want to take people through is really how to look at their business and discover the assets that they're sitting on that they could leverage, set an objective, find the right brand partner, then how to do the deal and over deliver on expectations, then really about how to actually take that deal and extend your reach into media, industry and your stockists, wrap it up in a nice big bow with a success pack that shows a return on investment, and then turn your taxi light on so you get the next partnership. And these partnerships can take the form of, really small brand to brand collaborations. So recently I've done an artist and a restaurant. So she launched her collection. The chef created a signature dish inspired by the artwork. It could be a co-branded product or an in-person event, or even just a content swap with one of the big brands like a bank. My visibility tip would be that recently I've been doing a lot more on LinkedIn, which I haven't really taken advantage of, and being quite personal and showing my why. And that seems to be really working. In terms of my ask, I would love to see a lot more female founders do great things. And so I would love to be on your podcast. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Wonderful wisdom in such a short time there. Thank you, Therese. And it's great to get to play with you. This is also why I'm doing this, is because, yes, I have a lot of people that I know and love on these visibility parties, but also brand new people that I really think are amazing. And we get to play together for the first time on a virtual stage. So happy to have you here. Thank you. And the book looks amazing. And you've got a great, let's see, offer in here, 5 ways to find brand partners right now. So go ahead and click on Teresa's link in there and connect with her that way. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, Geraldine. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful, and hello to everybody else as well. So my name's Geraldine and I'm based in Enniskillen in Northern Ireland. I've been an entrepreneur for over 17 years and I'm also a mum of 4 children. And my world changed over 6 years ago when I started coaching, mentoring and speaking. And I opened up my world to overall mindset, personal development, and it really was a turning point for me. And what had come up is that when I was 2 years old, due to a critical illness, I actually lost my voice and it took years of speech therapy to get to speak again. And when I was a teenager, I also lost my voice through bullying. And what come up through me in the last 6 years was that I have been dealing all of my life with overcoming traits of perfectionism. And so in 2021, I founded I Am Unstoppable. I'm a first advocate to really help women break habits and behaviors so that they can really find them true selves and be an unstoppable version of themselves. Different traits like procrastination, negative self-talk. The only voice that I didn't lose through my life was my inner voice. And now I really want to help so many women out there that are stuck within themselves and that really want to get the best out of their lives. Because I believe that everybody within them have so much greatness and it's about getting it out from yourself. I'm also a TEDx speaker and I'm very proud to be the communications lead for TEDx in Enniskillen, and with our lovely creator Emma Weaver, who was on the first speaker slot, and that's coming up in June. So I'm very proud of that as well. And my visibility tip would be authentic, be real. People want to see the real us. People want to see who we are. And I believe that we are all perfect in our own imperfect ways. So really get yourself out there and you'll keep it real because people need to see that you'll be vulnerable and share the good as well as the bad. But thank you so much, Heather, for the opportunity. I am so grateful.
Oh, that was beautiful. And yes, I love that concept of being perfectly imperfect. Beautiful. Thank you so much. And do you prefer that we call you Jerry or Geraldine? Because I saw that you also have Jerry written down.
Yeah, either or, Heather. Yeah, Jerry's fine, or Geraldine. I get both, so I'm fine with both.
Okay, beautiful. I would like to make sure we're calling you what you like to prefer to be called. So it's so great. Another wonderful person brought in through the lovely Emma Weaver in Northern Ireland, and Emma spoke on our first party. So the replay of the first party is still available if anyone wants to catch that. We had, I think, 6 TEDx speakers on that first one. So wonderful. Another TEDx speaker joins the ranks here. So thank you so much for coming out today.
Heather, really appreciate it.
Beautiful. Okay, we have next up Lisa Simone Richards.
Thanks so much, Heather. And I'm going to give up my first 10 seconds to say how much I love Geraldine share and how much I love the work that you're doing. So honored to be in such great company. Hello to everybody. My name is Lisa Simone Richards. I'm a PR and a visibility strategist, and I work with online coaches who want to get seen everywhere. So if you feel like you might be stuck dancing on social media when that's not authentic to you, and you feel lost in the noise, or maybe you don't want to be spending $6 a lead on Facebook, if you are lucky, I help coaches learn how to leverage other people's platforms for visibility. So this could mean getting featured on podcasts, doing Facebook Lives in other people's groups, Instagram television, or getting on magazines, websites, television, and more. The visibility tip that I would love to share, something that's working really well for me in 2022, and I am booking over 10 podcasts a month right now. And I'm able to do that in less than 30 minutes every single week. So what I would love to be able to share with the group today, and you'll see it come up in the comments and in the chat, is a link to my perfect podcast pitch template. I'm going to share with you exactly how to be able to write the perfect podcast pitch. And my ask for the group is my big, hairy, audacious goal for 2022 is to be able to support 60 coaches in learning lather, rinse, repeat visibility strategies. I've been doing this for over 20 years when Instagram and Facebook didn't exist, but the strategies I learned back then are still working now. So if that's you or somebody you know, feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram at Lisa Simone Richards.
Beautiful. And under 2 minutes even. Now that's a PR expert.
Thanks, Heather.
Lisa and I go way back. A few years ago, we met when we had the same mastermind coach, and we got to play in her group yesterday. So we're both visibility experts. And again, this is, bringing in that whole concept in the spirit of collaboration, that there's enough room for everyone. And when we're just shining our light and who we are authentically, like that's what becomes magnetic and attracts people. So for any of the speakers here today that you're feeling called or connected to, don't hesitate to connect with them through their links. And thank you, Lisa, so much for coming out and sharing those great tips today. Beautiful. Okay, we have Mary McGuigan, if I'm saying that correctly. Hello, Mary. I think we've got you on mute.
Hello.
There we go.
Hi, I'm Mary. I'm from Northern Ireland. I'm here thanks to the lovely Emma as well. So I run a personal styling consultancy, corporate and creative image. And the reason I set that up because like many women, I found that I just felt I wasn't visible enough. And I wanted to help other women, especially other female entrepreneurs, become more visible for themselves and for their business. And we're going through a period of growth at the minute. So we're expanding the business. So there's going to be personal development and personal branding as well. So the visibility tip that I have is dress for how you want to feel, not for how you feel. So if you're going to a networking event and you want to be able to show that you're loyal and you're trustworthy, then wear blue. If you want to create excitement and lots of energy, wear red.
Hi, Mary. All set? Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much. And we have also a free capsule wardrobe guide from Mary in the chat there if you want to go ahead and connect with Mary that way. Thank you, Mary. So great to see you. Another one of Emma's wonderful friends. So Thank you for joining us and coming out today.
Thank you for having me.
Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, beautiful. We've got, oh my gosh, we're cranking through here. Brad, welcome. Oops, I think we've got you on mute.
Hello, everyone. Heather, thank you so much for providing me the opportunity to be here today and share a bit about what I'm doing. My name is Brad Walsh. I am a women's empowerment photographer turned podcaster. I host a podcast all about women's empowerment. It's been an amazing journey. COVID was really the catalyst for me that catapulted me into the world of podcasting. And it's just been amazing, this journey, the relationships I've been able to create out of this podcast platform. We're solely focused on women who are in the entrepreneurial world, corporate world, women that have a story that they want to share and tell everyone. My visibility tip would be to dig down deep within yourself and find your story and use your voice. That's what's going to get you visibility, is using your voice. And of course, as a podcaster, the platform will help you share your story and your voice. Everybody in this world has a story to share. And I think it's so important that we highlight that story. And I feel privileged and honored to be a man hosting a platform all focused on women's empowerment. It is my honor, my pleasure to be able to share these stories. My ask for all of you would be to join my Empowerography Podcast Lounge. It's a private Facebook group. We have about 750 women in there. And also, if you're looking to guest on a podcast, I would love to speak with you. So reach out if you're interested in being a guest. I can explain a bit more about the platform. And that's basically me in a nutshell. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Heather.
Fantastic. Thank you for being here, Brad. And you have been so kind to our community. I know you've featured a lot of
Yes.
my clients, and I'm finally coming out.
Yes, I was just going to say, we have to get you on there, Heather. You're next.
To be out there. And yeah, so you're, able to connect with Brad through his Facebook group here. So go ahead, click on that link. And he also has a new networking group, women as well, women in business. So highly recommend that you connect with Brad and get into his sphere. All right. Thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
Hey, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see. Patricia Breslin is our next speaker. Welcome, Patricia.
Hi, you hear me?
Oh, yep.
Hi.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm another one of Emma's. I'm from Northern Ireland, and I'm so grateful to be here, and really, really, really glad that I'm here. So about me, I am Patricia, and I'm a single mom of 6 beautiful children. And my background would be domestic violence, and that is one of the purposes is why I'm here. Not alone that, childhood trauma, domestic violence, eating disorder, alcohol addiction, and not loving my true authentic self. I'm also a TEDx speaker, and I would love for people to go on, because it just tells you within less than 10 minutes that what I'm about. The stolen voice from childhood trauma. And my brand, I've only started my business there January 2022, so everything's all new to me. And I'm pathway to freedom, and love is the answer. The 2 in the pathway to freedom is the number. So the 2, it means freedom and the love, because my passion is I don't feel we truly love our authentic selves. And that's what I want to bring out, especially for women, to enhance their confidence, because we're all unique. We all have strengths, and we all have a calling. And it's just to bring out that unique and authenticity in women. I also help public speaking. I'm actually working for Women's Aid at the minute, and I have 2 big events of public speaking there. And I just don't want to be an inspirational speaker. I would love to be known as a transformational speaker, because people don't hear everything you say, but everybody knows how you made them feel in an event, which is very important. I'm also a hypnotherapist, and I help people too with their confidence, anxieties, domestic violence, alcohol addiction, all them kind of things. So everything's balanced in everything I do. And my tip too would be for being consistent with videos, because I've recently found that me being consistent in my videos, I'm getting clients, and that's what's working for me at the minute. So thank you, everybody.
Wonderful. You have such an incredible story to share. So thank you for coming out and sharing some of that with us today, Patricia. And go ahead, you can connect with Patricia on her Instagram. The link is there in the chat. Beautiful. Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Next up, we have the lovely Judy Beacher. Welcome, Judy.
Oh, it's my turn. Hi. I was just writing a note. Hi, I am Judy Beacher. I am an actress. I'm an award-winning actress. I work internationally and nationally, and I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm a writer. I'm a producer. I'm a director. And I don't follow the crowd. I do things my own way. I speak multiple languages. I've lived around the world. I've owned corporations, and I studied business, and I've overcome many challenges in my life, which I think makes me a better actress and able to really kind of get everybody, like where everybody's coming from. My style is lightness and laughter and persistent, focused work. And so right now what I'm doing is I'm the lead actress in a film called Tango Shalom, which was just under consideration for the Oscars. And I after 13 years of not putting my work out, I decided this year I'm finally putting all my work out. So I just released a new song called Paris Ooh La La, or Paris Ooh La La, last week, and which I wrote 13 years ago. And 2 years ago, I made the music video for it, and I'm putting everything out now, because that's what we have as women and people. We need to put our gifts out there in the world. And so I also channel. I'm writing a book, a channeled book as well. And my visibility tip is to not be afraid to let yourself shine. And because I always hear voices of my parents in my head saying, don't put yourself out. What is your family going to think? Like, what is, and they actually say this to me. So it's when you're getting into that state of not really wanting to put yourself out there, transform it into whatever the negativity is into a positive and make that into an affirmation. And my quick ask is just that in the link, everybody to watch my music video called Paris Ooh La La. It's in the link, and just subscribe to my YouTube channel because I have 9 subscribers so far. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy. And yeah, let's get you some more subscribers. Everyone hop on over, check out her music video. It's adorable. Also someone who's in my inner circle, and I love everything that you're saying. A +1 to all of that. Yeah, it's that whole thing of shifting when those visibility blocks and blind spots or fears or limiting beliefs come up, and moving through them. We actually talked today about that, flipping the switch on that. So wonderful, wonderful tip. Thank you, Judy.
Thank you.
And let's see, we have Jennifer up next. Welcome, Jennifer.
Hi, thank you. What an amazing group of people. My name is Jennifer. My brand is called Stylegasm. I'm a style coach, and I help people express their true essence through clothing and image. Now, you may assume clothing is so superficial, like maybe it's something you'll do later. I hear this a lot when you lose weight, when you get asked on a hot date, when you make more money. But I challenge you that you actually have it backwards, because style is one of the ultimate manifestation tools and also how we as feminine leaders express ourselves and become visible. I work with women who are in transformation. I myself have been on a healing journey, and I bring a trauma-informed approach as well as some energy tools with my clients. I work predominantly virtually. I love traveling around the world. I've lived in Paris. I moved back from Bali, Indonesia last year. And just so grateful to have people around the world that I work with. So my hot visibility tip is, during these pandemic times, people have been very lazy with their style. And so such an easy way to be visible is to wear something memorable and to dress up. It's gonna also boost your mood, and don't be surprised if you get asked out on a date or have new clients come your way. My ask, I feel like I'm in the right room for this, to learn more about PR. I've had some amazing opportunities and would love to be featured on podcasts. And I created this really cool thing called the Style Oracle Deck, featuring women, inspiring women from around the world. And just want to offer that I'm giving free 10-minute readings if you want to know what is your unique style essence that wants to express through you next. That will be linked in the comments. So thank you again. My name is Jennifer. I wish you to go have a stylegasm.
I love it. Now that's a memorable tagline. Beautiful. And yes, you're, practicing what you teach, loving the necklace, the shirt, the dress, beautiful. So everyone go check out Jennifer. Her link to her Instagram is over there. And let's see, we have next up Ramel. Welcome, Ramel.
Yes, hi. How is everyone doing? Hi. Okay, well, I started out as a blogger, and I started doing, writing movie reviews. My first one was for Airbud Entertainment with the dog. So I started doing that, and then I just changed over to my purpose and my voice, which happens to be domestic violence, domestic abuse. And during the pandemic, I started a talk show, virtual, in my home. And I was speaking to wonderful everyday people about what they survived. So I called it Telling Your Survival Story. And that just grew into a program that still actually airs. If you go to PasadenaMedia.org, and they have a streaming channel, Aurora channel in Pasadena, California, here in Los Angeles. And it still airs Mondays, 11:30, as well as 3:30. And you can check out my website. And what I can say about becoming visible is just go out there and do it. I was fortunate that I have teenagers, 3 kids, and they were just grew up during this social media age, and they showed me what I needed to do and how to just do it, and don't worry about followers. Don't worry about, if someone is giving you a comment or a like. Just do a post, just post something. And that's what I did. And the gifts that I have for everyone is I actually do brands. Brands give me products on Instagram, and I have some products that I would like to share with some of you if you liked. I'll leave my email address and just give those products to you, and also just go and serve, be a volunteer at a women's shelter if you have time. So that's it for me. Thank you guys so much.
Beautiful, Ramel. Yes, and we have your link in there for people to connect with you on Instagram. You have a powerful purpose and mission. We appreciate you sharing that with us today. And we're just down to our last couple going forward here. We've got Faith Louise Cooper next up.
Hello, my name is Faith Louise Cooper, and I equip, educate, and empower families facing chronic conditions to live enriching lives. I started my business Beyond Empowerment Services almost a year ago, so I'm hitting up on my year anniversary. I worked with families of those facing chronic conditions because my family, we dealt with chronic conditions with my sister having cancer, and then I was diagnosed with Ajarae, which actually turned out to 24-year journey for a proper diagnosis. But I have lived an enriching life, and to help equip those and meet the needs of particularly siblings that have yet to, because it's a need that's been a niche that people have realized that it's been a need, and there hasn't been known how to treat it. I also work on advocacy. This is something I'm very passionate about, especially after having to advocate for my sister in the hospital. So I help with advocacy, which is basically visibility in a sense where you need something for proper life, advocating, knowing yourself, knowing what you need and how to say it. And so that would be very much my visibility tips, is that you need to know what you're looking for and how to ask. So that is what I do. One thing that's helped me keep visible is that I've learned to not be afraid of the no, because you can't get the yes unless you're willing to have the no as well. So that is my tip. My ask is, if you know a community or organization or employees that have those with chronic illnesses that you could connect me with, so that I could help them work together for us to serve the community.
Beautiful. Another powerful purpose, message, and mission. Thank you so much for sharing that with us today. And we have, let's see, your link here in the chat. So let's see, just, can you add that again? I think it got pushed way up there. Oh, here it is. Your quiz. Beautiful. What one change will make the biggest impact on your energy? Beautiful. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Faith. Wonderful to have you here. Okay, we are cruising right along. We have next up, Saldana. Hi, Sal. Oh, beautiful. Looks like you're at the beach.
Yeah, I'm living my best life for sure today out here in Australia. This is Lake Woolawaya, huge lake. You know, I got up this morning and I said, hey, God, I've got no internet connection. I've got to do this thing with the great Heather Burgett. I really wanted to be prepared. And I remembered someone said, go down to the lake, there's internet connection there. So here I am. And, you know, as a visibility consultant and coach for healers, coaches and consultants who are really spiritually minded and trained, what I know to be true is you just need a good light source on your face when you're going live on camera. But what a backdrop, hey? I couldn't have asked for anything better. And so the heavens opened up and gave me light. And so my one tip around visibility is to break it down into its real essential, which is be seen. You know, as healers, coaches, and consultants, we forget that that's what visibility really is about. You want to be seen. And so to take the screen or the camera or the lens and see it more as a frame for your personal brand, that immediately we take in the information visually so much faster in our brains. And so creating immediately a presence, poise around what it is that you do can happen very easily if you immediately think of the screen as a frame rather than just as a device or a means to an end. And like an image or a canvas, you can paint so much into it. So that's why I'm like able to speak from a grounded place of living my best life. I didn't get in front of the camera until COVID. I'd spent 20 years behind the camera as an award-winning film producer. I'm here with many sisters. You know, one of our clients, actually, Michelle Fragias, is standing in a set that we created with her. And using all that expertise as a producer, as well as being a spiritual practitioner and coach in emotional modality, means that I can help clear those emotional blocks as well. So in the 3 steps guide, which you'll see there in the link, you can also find me on Facebook, or, you know, you can send me an email at sal@saldana.com if you're interested in connecting more. Thank you so much, Heather, for putting this together. What an amazing group of magnificent people.
And thank you for being here and sharing us the beautiful nature that you're standing in right now. I love it. Wonderful to meet you and get to play together on stage for the first time. And we just love your energy and what you're doing. So thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, let's go into gallery here for a second. Okay, so we have, oh, here she comes. We have the lovely, I think our last guest. We might have a surprise guest hop in at the end if he can make it. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make it today, but in the meantime, we do have our lovely, let me go to speaker view so we can actually see. Here we go. The lovely Shelly Jorgensen. Welcome, welcome.
Up, everyone. Nice to meet you. Nice to be here with you. Hello, everyone. I know and love in here. So good, so good. Do I just go here, Heather?
Go for it. You can tell us a little bit about yourself, and one hot visibility tip would be great.
So now I'm going to tell everybody about you, because I actually met Heather for the first time at a castle in Northern Ireland. Remember that, Heather, when we stayed at the castle together for a whole week?
I definitely remember that. Kind of unforgettable.
With a butler and a maid. Oh, so fun. So that was in 2019 and I got to meet Heather. We worked together in helping me get the word out about executive networking events. The event the first live event we were hosting was at a castle. So that was a ton of fun. So it was great to work beside Heather. And thank you, Heather, for putting this together. Just huge hats off to you. And nice work, everybody, for saying yes to Heather. She's incredible. Heather, we got to ride some horses and go golfing and have a networking event. It was so fun. But hot visibility tip. So I went online after building a successful networking membership in our local city. We did about in excess of $10 million from conversations of business owners, executive CEOs, busted into the global market in 2016. But here was my problem. Here comes my tip, is like, I didn't know how to build an audience. This is a thing that I really struggled with at first. I don't know if any of you guys struggle at, but so I had to go all in for the first time in my life and focus on one thing instead of doing 8 things at a time. And I went all in on growing a Facebook community and monetizing it. And so we did that. We just crossed over $500,000 in sales from a Facebook group. Like, oh my gosh, so exciting. So in November, we started teaching it. So that's my visibility tip is, number one, there's a naming strategy for your Facebook group. If you haven't figured this out yet, here it is. Like, name your group, what it is and who it's for. Like, crazy clear over clever to allow the Facebook algorithm to help you build it. And also, people use the search feature in Facebook just like they do Google. So whatever your specialty is, make sure that it's in your title of your Facebook group or Facebook group name. So like mine is executive networking events, high level connections and growth strategies for business owners. So make sure your keyword is in there. So hopefully that's helpful to you. Think about that. You guys are amazing leaders. That's all I got. Heather, did I get it in?
You did it. You did it. Beautiful. We're so happy and lucky that we got you in here today for some of your wisdom, and your gift should be in here in the link. Yes, your Build Your Global Audience 5-Day Challenge link is here. No. And yeah, absolutely. I can testify that you are a genius in your genius zone of the networking and supporting the executives and business. And let's see, we're going to do a couple quick trivia questions. And let me just go into speaker, or let's see, let's go back to gallery here for a second. Okay, so let's do whoever types in the chat first. We're going to be giving out a couple of prizes. And we have... Okay, let's do the first question. So basically, whoever gets the name of the speaker right in the chat, you can claim your prize by going to support or emailing us at support@prstars.net. So we'll have Rebecca pop that in the chat right now. And also, Rebecca, if you could pop in the Shine Strategy Insiders group so that people can go head over there for the after party to stay connected. And that's basically, we have a post in there where you can tag each other and connect. So because obviously the chat and this all goes away once we close the Zoom, there will be a replay that you can share as well from the Facebook business page. We'll also get it up on YouTube as well. All right, so let's do some trivia. So go ahead, whoever writes the name first of the correct answer in wins the prize. We have the first question. So whose tip is to dress for how you want to feel? Whose tip is dress for how you want to feel? It was Mary. So who got Mary first? Patricia wins. We're giving my Visibility Accelerator as a gift. It's a portion of my program that's like one of my hottest trainings. So we're going to give you that, and congratulations. And let's see. Okay, let's do another one. Let's see. Who helps keep women from getting ripped off? I think Maggie got it. Jody. Good job, Maggie. Awesome. Congratulations. Okay. Who suggested doing more live events and live video? Maggie says Heather. Well, yes, that's a given. I'm always going to suggest that. She was earlier in the session. She gave it as one of her hot tips. I don't see it coming through yet. Nope, keep trying. Everyone's just going to guess every name now who's left. Who suggested going live more on video, even though it's challenging as an introvert? Giving some more clues here. Jody got it. Yes, Jennifer. Jennifer Norton. Fantastic. So you ladies can email support@prstars.net for your trivia prizes. And let's see, let's make sure, let's put that link in again to the group so you people can head on over and network over there. And Nora or Rebecca, there we go. So there's the link, and look for the after party sticker, and that's where you can continue to connect and support each other and stay connected, stay in touch. And again, this is now, this replay is going to be available as sort of an evergreen lead magnet for everybody who wants to share it. So we're keeping it up. It's public, and really to help everybody learn about you and all your incredible talents and gifts. So thank you all for being here today. Let's all take ourselves off mute and make some noise on the way out.
Yay. Yay.
Nice job,
everyone.
Good job.
Yay.
Great to see you.
Great job, Heather.
Bye, guys. Thanks, Heather.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
Thank you.